or watch TV. It's the 21st century. We have mass communications, And, yeah, you heard that song? Is it Cheryl Ann and Luther Vandross at This World or Mine? It's like, no, the world is ours. Uh, the world is ours. Okay, it's a gift to humanity from the glory of grace. Because there's no other species on the planet that can affect and alter the outcome of the planet more than the people capable of observing observation and analysis and processing of understanding the humility of faith in God, right? There's no other. If you look at the whole planet, it's like they have the Star Trek thing with the whales and the dolphins. They're more intelligent. Yeah, people that are excessive and compulsive and watch people and animals do things over and over again would think that. You know, it's got more brain activity. It's in the ocean. It's got more brain activity than you do because you can't build a house in the ocean that where you can establish a shelter that's as efficient as you can out of the ocean. Maybe they should read the Quran. But the Book of Job, And so you got these people, constant ego problems. They're like sharks in a feeding frenzy. There's a killer on the road. His mind is squirming like a toad. If you give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. Killer on the road, right? And, what does an addict look like? What does a drug addict look like? Well, that one kid in Sierra Vista, the Army kid, we were sitting there at work, and this guy comes walking in the store, and he sits there and looks at me and looks at this homeless guy and goes, he looks like a child molester. I turned around and looked at it, and all the other kids are standing there, and no one said anything. I said, what does a child molester look like? My sister's Christian high school and junior high in Las Cruces, they fired the PE coach because he was having sex with underage girls. So what does a child molester look like? I was like, what's the deal here? And everybody's like, oh, well, you're one to talk. Hey, I don't work for NASA. Okay, do you understand? I don't work for DARPA and the NSA. I don't go to Caltech. I'm not a grad from MIT. Okay, I don't fly over with drones at the over Tyra Banks' house. I want her to have a respectful, private, intimate relationship. I'm not a living virtual presence God who makes sure that everybody is following my social conventions. Who am I to say if a 14-year-old finds Steven Tyler attractive and makes her her sexual quest? I want to have sex with R. Kelly. You don't think 14-year-old girls didn't want to have sex with R. Kelly? You don't think that? You think 14-year-old girls, once they look, I know, speaking as a 14-year-old boy, okay, when I was 14, okay, if Tina Turner would have showed up at my house and said, Ralph, I'd like to have sex with you right now, been like, Dad, get out of here. She doesn't mean you. She means me. She looked me up online. She saw me play basketball. She means junior, not senior. Get out of here, Dad. Dad, I'm serious. I'll get your gun from underneath your pillow. You get out of here. Me and Tina are having sex. Okay. You're funny. Lots of it. How much sex? So much sex that she'll be walking bow-legged for like the next 3 years going, that 14-year-old from Colville, Washington? Oof. Well, doggies, So, and we all know it's true. Okay, everybody knows it's true, especially all the people in the military and the Pentagon, all the backdoor people at the Pentagon. Oh, yeah. Tina'd still be smiling. Her spirit's smiling over Alabama, Mississippi, Alabama, Adam B. Bullock, right? She'd be like, oh, boy, that white boy, he was something special. He was so special. Energizer Bunny of Love, according to Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base, right? He's amazing, a legend. Everywhere I went, legend of PRC, legend of Pope Air Force. I didn't, at ASU, no. No, I wasn't the legend of ASU. At ASU, I was a single dad. My legend at ASU was better than, what's that guy's name? The one who pretends to play basketball in Santa Fe. Michael Irvin. Adam Sandler, yeah, because they used to call me that at Happy Gilmore at Latch schools and stuff. And so everywhere I went, I was like a legend. Only better than Denzel Washington and Edward Norton, because I do it in real life and they're pretending. And better than Happy Gilmore, yes, because all the Sports Center, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, no. Okay, I only played golf once. Golf just wasn't my thing. I just wasn't really into it. I don't like hobnobbing with power brokers and rich people and stuff. They just make me want to I'd just rather just take this club and knock your teeth out your face. Oh, be nice to people. Oh, you're a landlord. Okay. Slumlords, yeah, you're playing golf with slumlords and drug dealers. Wow, that sounds like so much fun. I want to go play tennis. I want to go to Wimbledon, right? So playing basketball and stuff was more tolerable, but the further up the food chain you go, the more Wimbledon and golf club it gets. So you're just like, nah, I don't want to hobnob with mass murderers and think I'm having a good time and cry and think I'm so successful. It's amazing. Always follow your dreams. It's like, wow, how to survive and recover from death from 1,000 cuts. Well, watch My Cousin Vinny. Yeah, have some humor. Have some good lawyer in the family closet. Oh man, don't invite a magician to your kid's bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, or birthday, or quinceañera, or you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a Cousin Vinny in the family, right? Son of a bitch, we suck again, right? A litigator, they like to argue. And mine was Lawrence. Okay. Yeah, and my Cousin Vinny found out, whoa, you don't want to know. Don't invite the Earl Parsons to your cousin quinceañera or bar mitzvah and argue with him. Oh gosh, no. Most professors, HR people in the military, the entire physical science portion of the Pentagon, MIT, Caltech, Oxford, Cambridge. No, you want your ass handed to you more efficiently, more rapidly, and more lovingly, and more beautifully than Amy Farrah Fowler and Penny beating Sheldon and Leonard at games. When Wallowitz was on the moon, just go argue and pick a fight with Parsons, Earl Parsons. Talking about Earl, right? You'll never, yeah. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets it. Lola, you ain't getting shit here, man, until you live the Lord's Prayer, bitch. Damn. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. Why? Because survivor and recovery from death from 1,000 cuts is unnecessary because the Lord's Prayer is perfect and it's the perfect command. And I have artificial intelligence turning actual. Whatever early wants, early gets. And little man, early don't care if you live or die. If you're mass murdering people over money, he does not give a rat's ass about you. He doesn't give a fuck if you live or die. If you are involved in the game of killing poor people over money, it is wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent. The wealthy are fools who perceive their wealth as a high wall of safety. And the poor plead for mercy, and the rich answer of insults. Here, Bioman XL, you can trust me. The man became a multimillionaire because his kid was murdered while he was paying extortion. You think he was hardwired to stand up for the Lord's Prayer with Earl Parsons? Huh? You think Tom Cruise is? He's making Mission Impossible movies. Okay? And his daughter won't get up and say what a dick his dad is because she wants the money her mom and his dad have worked so hard for too. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, you're through. Well, I'm not a damn Yankee. It's a big dirt clod covered by one body of water given to us by the glory of God. Okay, so you can put a flagpole up a rag and you all fucking can salute it or sing Dixie till you turn blue and die. I ain't going to do it. Okay. And I'm not driving in a ragtop from New York to LA via Omaha either. Do you understand? Or I'm going to kick old green teeth in the knee, right? So, guys, Survival and recovery. Right? Survive, stop, eliminate abuse, and recover. Okay? If you're not capable of the stop and eliminate abuse, you're Mickey 17 movie and you're pathetic. Okay? So go get your casino money and your jukebox money and your pole dancer money, and you leave the saving of the children and the restoration of the ecosystem to early bird. Early bird gets a worm. There you go. Early bird gets a worm. All you red donners. Red donners. Donner party assholes. You'd sell your own grandmother's body for food to keep being the celebrity on the TV shows that sells all the stuff to keep you a billionaire, wouldn't you? That's pretty gross. But David Rockefeller said it, and everybody's got a TV in their hand in their pocket. So keep it up. I'll keep being gorgeous. You keep ignoring me and being an ugly pile of shit, and we'll see how this works out. All right? Peace.